Hey, what is up guys? Guitar here, welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, today we're gonna talk about Terion and I'm gonna give you guys a guide, an epic guide on how you can basically get max rewards up to the 5-star skill books that you can obtain at the end. Alright, so by now you should have at least seen thousands, if not hundreds of guides about Terion out there with the existence of Benshina recently released. So the core concept of you getting Terion max rewards right now is going to be the same for everyone. Alright, you need a couple of fixed units, but most of the units you need, ideally, you will not need to skill them up to like plus 15 or something absurd like that. So most of it should be able to work with plus 0, with the exception of I think 3 units out of the 12 units that you will need in the team. Alright, so first off, I know there are some new players out there that are confused on how the world boss works. So Terion and Zaratan, these two are transport world bosses, so you don't need to deal damage to get high score to them. Your objective of transport world boss is to basically try to get as much regeneration as you can, and the remaining health points that you have total up with your remaining team, that will be your total score, that will be your final score. So keep that in mind. So Terion and Zaratan, even if you deal 0 damage but you have tanky units, you will still get the max rewards, because ideally you want to get as much remaining HP as possible at the end of the round 2. So with that being said, you're going to need a lot of vital runes. All of it, you will need them to be percentage, so you can't use flat HP right here. Alright, so out of all of this, only 3 units you will need to skill up. The rest you can leave them at plus 0 basically. We're going to start off with the units that I use. Alright, first off, we have Grosa. Alright, so Grosa, why the heck Grosa, right? So Grosa with 2 vital runes, ideally you should be able to get close to 20,000 HP. Mine is at 19,000, so obviously with decent runes, Grosa is the highest HP 4-star defender out there. Alright, I don't see why you wouldn't use him. So he's a perfect candidate for world boss, transport world bosses basically. So he's just good in Terion and Zaratan. So you don't need skill level on Grosa. You can leave him at plus 0, slap runes on him, and he's good to go. Next, we have Cecilia. Alright, Cecilia is ideal for this case as well. Same reason with Grosa. Cecilia has slightly less HP actually compared to Grosa, but she should be able to get perhaps higher if you go for the set effect, but I don't recommend going for that. At least that's not what I went for. 16,000 HP on my Cecilia. Just remember, HP is all you need. You don't need high defense, you don't need high everything, because this particular Terion boss, he will deal fixed damage of 95% times current HP. So it doesn't matter how much defense you have, he will deal fixed damage. So that will not help you at all dealing with Terion. Alright, number 3, obviously the highest HP defender right now, Cowley. Alright, so Cowley is insane. You just need her at plus 0. Go with 2 vital runes, percentage, and boom. Ideally, you want to give your best runes to Cowley. Alright, so because she has the highest HP. So do keep that in mind. If you have like Legend plus runes or Epic plus 6-star, make sure to give it to Cowley. You will need it on her. Alright, next, of course, we have Benshina. Alright, so recently released. You need 2 vital runes on her as well to get this to work. So Benshina is going to help you a lot in getting this score up. Again, you don't need her to be anything above plus 0. Plus 0 is gonna work, ideal case scenario. Next, we have Jacqueline. Alright, so Jacqueline is a bit confusing. Notice that I have my Jacqueline at plus 9. But I honestly don't think you will need a Jacqueline at such a high skill level. I just get him at plus 9 because I've been playing the game for a long time. Plenty of Jacqueline pieces laying around. I don't think you really need him at plus 9. I do think you are just gonna use him mainly to get the HP stack up. Alright, so next, from this point onwards, we're going to go off with Raphithia. So Raphithia, I have 2 shield runes on mine. Ideally, you want vital. If you are struggling, make sure to go for 2 vital runes on Raphithia. So that's going to help you with the score. So Raphithia, you will need plus 12. Out of all the 12 mercenaries, she's one of the few that you really have to get her up there. If you do not have a plus 12 Raphithia, you could perhaps try with a plus 10, but it's going to be hard, because we will need one more supporter later on, which is Sabrina. It's hard to stack both their buffs together if you don't have the massive tile range from Raphithia. So she's one of those few that will need plus 12. I have mine at plus 13. Obviously, the higher she goes, the better it is. But plus 12, I would say minimum. Alright, so next we have Aaron. Boom. Alright, so Aaron is one of the few high HP mercenaries as well for the 5-star. Again, plus 0 is gonna work, no problem. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. We're gonna bring in Barbara next. Alright, so why the heck am I bringing Barbara? Alright, so number one, Barbara is gonna have the set effect alongside with Cowley and Ceres. We're gonna use Ceres later on. But you need Barbara with 2 vital runes. Alright, so just give her some sort of vital runes. You don't need an exceptionally strong one, but preferably vital runes on her so you can get off the set effect with a higher bonus. Okay, so now we're gonna bring in Ceres. Usually what you want to do is place your Ceres all the way front. So Ceres, you will need her to be at least plus 8 and above. That's because you're gonna need her to give crit rate and crit damage to Sabrina, which is very important. So we're gonna go Sabrina next right here. So Sabrina will need Fatal and Rage runes. Alright, so this is a bit interesting. Sabrina, runes on Ceres and Sabrina does not matter as much, but Sabrina, ideally you want at least 1 Rage and 1 Fatal. The reason why is because you want her to crit heal. And she can crit heal if she has enough of the crit damage and crit rate from Ceres. But ideally you want some sort of runes to give her some consistency as well. So keep that in mind. So max HP, 7% healing every turn. So if she crits, that's going to be a lot of healing. And next up we have Arwen. Alright, so Arwen is one of the few 5 stars with extremely high HP. So my Arwen has 15,000 HP. That's higher than, almost as high as Aaron. But yeah, it depends on what runes you go for. Vital percent again, plus 0, it's gonna work. And last, we have Grand Hilde. Alright, so with all of this in place, ideally the strategy is simple. You just want Ceres to buff Sabrina so that Sabrina has the high crit rate and crit damage to basically crit heal everyone at the back. So how Terion works is the world boss, this particular guy, he will attack all the enemies in the far rear, and then he's gonna switch to front row in the second round. So ideally right now, if you look at the target, he's attacking Barbara right now, and on round 2 he's gonna hit Ceres. So you need something right here in front. If you don't do that, he's gonna hit Grand Hilde or he will hit Sabrina on round 2. So you don't want that to happen. You want the world boss to hit Ceres on round 2. So that's the entire reason why you need this sort of formation. Alright, so let's jump into it. So the only side effect that I have right here is basically Grand Hilde and Raphithia alongside with Cowley, Barbara and Ceres. So I've seen some players go for something like a Raphithia, Grand Hilde and Celia. No, you don't need to do that. I wouldn't recommend sacrificing and fusing for Celia just for this particular reason. I've managed to get the high score in the training, not yet in the real one. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna attempt it right now. Okay, so let's sit back and watch. This should give us, I would say should be higher than 256,000 points. Alright, currently at 272. And then crit heal everyone. Terion is gonna hit all the way back. Boom! Fixed damage to everyone. So notice everyone is crit healing. Crit healing, heal, no problem. I'm still healing. So yeah, so round 2, Grand Hilde is gonna be the target alongside with Ceres. Ceres, Grand Hilde and Sabrina is gonna be the target. So I should be fine. Top 3 targets will get hit. Boom. Alright, so I did have some healing going on right there. So let's have a look at the score. 258,495. Alright, so barely above the limit needed, which is 256,000. So do keep in mind that there's still space to get more HP in my formation. For example, on Raphithia, I went with 2 shield runes, right? So ideally that could be a place where we can try to get some sort of additional HP going on if you guys are struggling right there. So I just noticed that I was doing a training just now, so let's go for the real attempt right here. Alright, let's see how much we got. Got a rank up. Blue Slime, 258,000. Alright, consistent enough. Okay, so after observing the formation just now, I think you don't really need Jacqueline. The more I think of it, Jacqueline is gonna be good, but I feel like you don't really need him. So Jacqueline has 12,000 HP, so let's see if I can replace it with another 5-star defender, preferably someone that can give more HP. Alright, so let's try replacing Jacqueline with Valter. Valter has 15,748 HP. That's gonna be higher than a Jacqueline, so that should give me perhaps a significant score improvement, I think. Okay, so looks like I think I got slightly higher score than previous. 262. Yeah, slightly higher score than the previous one. Using Valter over Jacqueline, 3,000 more HP, I think, around there. So yeah, that's how I do the Terion World Boss. So with that being said, now I can claim all the rewards. So this should get us the max rewards, which is 256,000 all the way up at the end. So I guess I'll slowly claim it, the remaining ancient coins and diamonds. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys are struggling with this strategy, make sure to not rush it. Take your time, especially if you are new. You will need to gather all the necessary units. Good news is that you don't really need all of them at high skill level, with the exception of perhaps Sabrina, Rafitia and Grand Hill there. So the rest of them, you can probably leave them at +0, no problem. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this guide. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions or any questions. Feel free to leave them in the comments below, and join my Discord if you have additional things that you want to discuss about. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.